All right, here is a sneak peek. I like to give y'all a little heads up before of what will be going into the live sale on Thursday. We have 40 items. So that is a few more than we had last time. Y'all wanted more items. I tried to listen to y'all. I have lots of ironstone, primitive, vintage, antique, smalls. So we just have a little bit of everything in this live sale that will be coming up on Thursday, August the 21st, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So I hope to see y'all there. Lots of goodies will be headed your way. Isn't that just beautiful? I just love it all. But as you can see, I do not have room for it all. But we have pillow covers, we have ironstone, vintage, everyday decor, fall decor, primitive decor, cookbooks. We have several made in Japan pieces, just all kinds of goodies. So I think I have my centerpiece on my table like I want it this year. I may add a small pumpkin kind of right over there when I pull them out, but everything in this arrangement is thrifted with the exception of this greenery here and this pick here. And I just put one of those in there to kind of tie in. I want to tie in the berry picks, but I thrifted that ironstone pitcher. I thrifted this floral arrangement that had the pheasant feathers in it, and I just took it all apart and just put it in here. And then I have these two big spoons, and I've put them just as a little nod to the kitchen, and I'm really liking the way that looks. And then this is thrifted, all that's thrifted. But the riser is actually one of those wooden pieces you get from Hobby Lobby. And I just took some thrifted little legs and glued it to the bottom to make it a riser. And I think that's all I'm gonna do. And when you pan back, it kind of all ties in. And I really like it. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Like I said, I may add a pumpkin like over there. I may not. I may leave it as is. I don't know. I do have a couple little glass pumpkins that I really love that I thrifted. It has been a day. I went to the gym, I came home, and I started cleaning bathrooms, sweeping. I had to run to the post office to drop off packages. So everybody's order has gone out. And then I started going through my fall bins, and thank goodness I didn't have as much as I thought I had, like actual decor. A lot of it is just greenery that I don't need. I've pulled out the greenery that I want, and once I use the pumpkins that I'm going to use, I'm not doing my house full of pumpkins like I did last year and the year before. I may scatter a pumpkin here or there. I don't want to do pumpkin crazy. I'm scaling down my mantle this year. I want to do more of a traditional mantle, not like a storefront mantle. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with that. I want to use my vintage antique pieces that I've collected and curated, and not so much just random pumpkins here and there, if that makes sense. So that's what I'm trying to do this year, and trying to be very mindful and trying to scale down all of my decor. So I have a bunch of them going to sale. And I've told Sarah, don't buy anything before you come look through my stuff. I've got some set aside for Donna. So, yeah. And I may see if the other girls want to come look through some of that before I donate it. But, that's what I've done there. There was something I was supposed to tell y'all, and I can't remember what it was now. Anyway, oh, y'all. Okay, so I've solved my problem. Hold on, let me move this out of the way. I have ordered a plug from Amazon. I had to plug my coffee pot here, and I really don't like it because even with this little plant, you can see it. But it sticks out too far over here. So what I've done is I've ordered me one of those flat plugs with the cord, and I can run my cord behind it. That'll still be flat, and that'll take take away this right here. So that should be here on Thursday. I'm excited about that. That solved that problem. And then I pulled this out of my fridge. It says sugar, and then I have the coffee. So I've put all of our coffee pods in here that we use, and I think that's so cute. I really like that. But once I do away with this issue, I may put them here. I don't know. But I just love those old canisters. I love them so much. I have a little grease can over here. And then the flower, the pot that had flower, I didn't have a lid for it, so I actually put a flower in it, like a plant. So it's outside. Whew. But it feels good to have that done. I think I'm gonna put in a couple berries at my chickens up here, right there. Put in a few berry picks there. And I just want to kind of scatter them about so it kind of cohesive in my fall decor. But I'm ready to full on do this living room, but I'm gonna wait. But I'm gonna change out the rug, the curtains, the throws, and then I still have to decide what I'm gonna do with my bookcases. Again, I'm not gonna do like full on change everything. I just want to sprinkle in fall here and there. That's kind of what I'm wanting to do, just like I did with Christmas last year. I just sprinkled it in here and there because I don't want to have to redecorate everything. So that's where I'm at. That's what I've been doing. I've been piddling and playing, y'all. I've been piddling and playing. And I don't have any foam in this. I just literally just stuck it all in there, and it kind of just intertwines. Oh, I do know what I want to do. I found a beautiful fern that was in my fall stuff that I'm going to go get it and put it here. And I'll probably leave it up all year because I like it so much better than what's up there. And I'm going to take some of this greenery and stuff out. It's just too much. So I'm going to go get my ladder, get the fern, and change that out. That's what I'm going to do. So this fern I'm about to put up here on top of my secretary is a fern. It's actually 3 stems that I found at the Dollar General about 3 years ago. I've not been able to find it since, but I love them. They are so beautiful, and I have decided that I'm probably going to leave this up here all year because it's just beautiful, and I think it would fit all year. But they are just the prettiest faux fern stems I've seen, and they're going to be perfect in this champagne urn on top of the secretary. And as I've sat down to do this voiceover, I think the lawn guy's outside, and I hope that he will hold off long enough for me to get this voiceover done. But I'm going to play y'all some music and let y'all see how this turned out. I'll give you a close-up look at it, and it is absolutely beautiful. Morning. I'm a sweaty mess, and no, this is not from the gym, although I did go this morning. But I have went through my bins, fall, and I've been up in the attics, hence why I'm sweating half to death. And y'all, I'm happy to say I have so many empty bins in my attic. I've got so much I'm going to take to donate. I've given Sarah a bunch of stuff. I've got a bunch of stuff set aside for Donna, and I found a couple more things that I want to sell that was in some of my booth stuff. That's the biggest thing, is I'm trying to clear out my booth stuff, but If I show you what it looks like, you will not think it looks very well. Very good. Like I've... But my mission is to get things condensed and downsize my decor. So that is my goal. So let me flip the camera around and show you what I'm talking about. That is all that I'm keeping. And I know it sounds like a lot, but it's really not. It's some florals, rugs, towels, stuff like that. That's all that I'm keeping. This is pumpkins like for my outdoor, and this is for outdoor. This is stuff I'm selling. This is stuff for Delana, stuff I'm selling. That goes outside. But I had 6 being, all this is donation, and this is donation. So I think I'm about to load my car up and make a drive to Gulfport to the Humane Society to drop all this off so I can have this out of the way. And I'm trying to just condense everything. But I have so many empty bins in my attic. I'll take you up there and show you. So this is my attic. Those two, that's summer and Easter. All those, all the way over, are empty. This is Christmas, which all this is going to be condensed. And this is Christmas, like the trees and stuff, and some booth stuff, which I'll get to that when the time comes. This is my wreaths and stuff. This is where I keep my like seasonal pillows. I keep them in this little trough right here. And I've actually gone through some of them. I've got a bunch I'm donating. And that's some family heirlooms. But I have a decent sized attic. It's just hot as Hades up here. And when I get to it, I'm probably going to donate some more things. But all that back end of that part of the attic is empty bins. So it's really just right here what you see and right here what you see. That is a bag full of garland. It was just too big to put in a bin. And like I said, I'm going to be going through a lot of this as well when it gets time for Christmas. It's going to be condensed too. So it may not look like I've made a lot of progress, but it was out to here. And I love this basket. I don't want to get rid of it, but I got to figure out something to do with it. I may put it on my porch for fall. I don't know. I'm going to do something with it, but anyway, this is the attic. This is where I store all of my stuff. All of my seasonal decor. And I have too much. And that's why I'm going through and getting rid of stuff. I went from a massive bin, twice that, or that size and a half of summer, to that. I know, I'm proud of me. I'm proud of me. So, I still have a ways to go, but it's a start. It's a start. We got to start somewhere, right? The biggest part of this is selling a lot of this stuff. Those bins over there are full of inventory. Once I get that sold, those will be empty. Yeah. All right, let me go cool off a little bit, load my car up, and I'm going to head to Gulfport. Ooh, it's hot, but I am headed to the Humane Society in Gulfport to drop off more donations. It feels so good. Oh, feels great. So when I get back home, I don't know. I need to sort through some stuff. I don't want to put pumpkins out right now, but I think I've come up with a mantle idea. I may play with it. I'm not sure. I'm hot. So hot. Just a hot, sweaty mess. But anyway, I'm gonna go drop this off. I'm so excited, y'all. It feels so good to declutter and get rid of stuff that's just been sitting in my attic for years that I haven't used. Feels amazing. Forgot I had this little guy, so I've put him right here. All right, so who else is like me? when the motivation and the inspiration hits, you just got to get up and do it. So that is exactly what happened. I was kind of actually in a funk this morning. I just could not get woke up. My coffee didn't wake me up. I was just so tired. So I've tried to do things to keep me busy, and I've tried to get some motivation. And so I sit down in the recliner after I got back from taking the donation, and all of a sudden I just got like this burst of energy. And well, you see, I am up decorating. I had some ideas, and that's just how it is with me. So I just went with it. I am loving having this little table by my door. And I've just pulled out some things I've had in the closet and going to decorate with it. And we'll see how it goes. As I'm getting a text on my phone, I forgot to turn it on silent. Between the long guy, my phone going off, and Buster making some noises as I'm doing this voiceover because he's laying in my lap. Real life over here, y'all. Sometimes the struggle is real, but I was just kind of playing around with some ideas. But I am going to show you how I've decorated this. I hang up my curtains, change out my rug, and decorate my mantle. And I'm going to share all that with you. And I hope it gives you some inspiration, some motivation, whatever it is that you're needing and looking for. I realize it's still very hot and humid outside. Yes, I realize it's very early to decorate for fall. And I say you do you. I've just really been wanting to do a little bit and change up some things. I get bored pretty easily, so I've just made a few changes. I'm not pulling out any pumpkins or anything like that, but I like the colors of fall in my home anyway. So I just decided to go ahead and do this, and I really love the way it turned out, and I hope you enjoy hanging out with me as I piddle and play in my house. And I did want to remind y'all not to forget that tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, we'll be having another live sale. We have like 40 items, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited, looking forward to it. I hope y'all are, and I cannot wait to see y'all there. So with all of that being said, I'm going to hush, let you watch me clean and decorate, and maybe give you a little bit of motivation along the way. And here's you some Buster. And I did leave the clips in of Buster barking his head off at me talking. He was all up in my business. Look at him. As I was decorating, I have the best time with him. He's so cute. And this is sped up a little bit, so it looks like he's really going to town barking, which he was. But I just thought I'd leave that in because I know so many of y'all love to see Buster. And so that's why I've left those clips in. This rug I got last year thrifting. I can't remember how much I paid for it, but it was very inexpensive. I want to say I paid $20 for it, and I absolutely love the way it looks in this living room. It ties in all the colors that I just, it's beautiful. I just love it. It's got the greens and the burgundies and the browns and the burnt oranges, and it was just like perfect. And I cannot believe that I found it at the thrift store. I just couldn't believe it, and it was in perfect condition. So this coffee table I got off of Facebook Marketplace when I moved into the house in 2017, and I paid $50 for it. This is the heaviest doggone coffee table, and when I looked it up on Google Lens, this coffee table goes for like $3,500. Now, I did buy it in a little ritzy part of town, in a ritzy neighborhood, so they may have paid that much for it, but I'm telling you, that thing is heavy, and I absolutely love it. I still love it. Y'all, inspiration hit, and I've got my mantle decorated. I'm loving it. I did get inspiration from Pinterest, and I'm going to share with you how I've decorated it. I wanted more of a traditional mantle, like when you walk in a traditional home, that was what you would see. So that's the route I took, and I did add some of these berry picks to this arrangement on my table. Love that. I changed out the rug, my pillows. I love that old vintage pillow I thrifted. But let me show you my bookcases. I mean, my mantle. My bookcases are not done yet. That's the only thing I have left to decorate in here is the bookcases, and I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do with them. But I do have the mantle decorated, so let me share that with you. So this is what I've done for my mantle. I have some books, vintage books, my oil lamp, this beautiful pheasant that I got from an estate sale. Pardon the camera, but that's what I keep an eye on Buster when I have to leave him. This arrangement is just a little bit of everything. Some of it is from that thrifted arrangement. I just took the pieces out, my favorite greenery, those berry picks. I just wanted it to look very wild. So that's what I've done. I feel like you would have pictures on the mantle. So I have one of Pawpaw, and I have a family picture. And then here's my beautiful pheasant picture that I got at an estate sale with a brass candle holder and an old vintage Bible. And this is how my mantle is looking, and I absolutely love it. I really do. Now, when it gets closer to pumpkin time, I may, add a pumpkin here or there, but I think overall this is going to be the look of the mantle. I really like it, and I will share the picture from Pinterest that kind of inspired my take on it. But yeah, and then just the couch with the rug. Now I'm gonna remove that red basket over there. I've got to figure out what I'm gonna put there to hold the blankets, but the red is totally clashing. So I'm gonna do something with that, but here's the couch, my coffee table. This is an arrangement I've used for several years for fall. I did just add the berry picks this year. And then I got this pillow cover off of Amazon. I thrifted that throw. I thrifted that wreath up there. I've never done that for fall before. Whoops. But I really like the way that looks. I'm not gonna do anything there. That's pretty much gonna stay. My curtains are from Amazon. And then I thrifted this beautiful pheasant picture. And then I changed out this picture. I brought it from the haul because it's like fall. It's the fall, so I may do a little rub and buff over that, but I don't know. That is what that looks like. And so everything kind of just flows. When you walk in, it all kind of flows. I'm gonna work on that chest over there. I just stuck those flowers in there. That's not done, but this is what it's looking like. And I'm loving it. I've always said it, when the inspiration hits, you just have to go with it. We did get a new ceiling fan. We got it from Lowe's. It's black with brass, and it's 7 blades. It's 65 inch, and I love it. So all that kind of goes with all of this too. But I just want to say thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed seeing what I've done. And it's not over. I'm sure I'll be tweaking it, and I just have a little bit more that I'm wanting to pull out. But for the most part, once I get my bookcases decorated, I'm gonna be done, I'm not going hog wild crazy this year, but I do have a couple other things I want to put out. But I have to wait till the inspiration hits. I'm sure you all understand. But I love y'all, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Oh, quick reminder, don't forget the live sale tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. The customer form is in the description box. If you haven't already filled one out, please fill that out. I need all that information. And I look forward to seeing y'all. We got a lot of items, as you can tell from the beginning of the video, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. So I'll see y'all there. Bye, y'all.